Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are getting to work here. So if you have been watching my, if you've been following some of my videos with kit making with scraps, this is kind of a follow-up to that. I will try to link at the videos that have posted so far when this goes up. At this point, I think maybe 3 of them. I think I've filmed 3 of them. But what I'm going to try to do today is, because as you can see, this is like one batch, right? Of, I think this, if I memory serves me right, this was the inspiration piece. And what I want to try to do is to find a background for this. So I am going first. This is the first time I haven't even looked through this to try to match up to like give me a little bit of a head start. So we're kind of doing this together. And what I have pulled here are different backgrounds, but I'm starting without digging too much into my organized stash. I'm going to give it a go with the papers that I had pulled from in the gigantic pile for kit starters that I have in an iris container. So I've gone through some of those papers and picked out the ones that I think would make good backgrounds. So I'm not going to force the process, so that if I can't find something to go with this, I'm okay with that. And this one will just move over to the side. I'll look somewhere else because I have plenty of other paper that I have organized by color where I may be able to bring in some of those neutrals. There are neutrals in here. But again, I've been kind of dipping into this stash. So what we find here may not always be exactly what we need. And that's okay. I'm going to try to use up as many of these as I can, and then I'm just going to move it along. So I wanted to preface this because I am going to speed up this video, and so that you can see the process. All right, enjoy. Okay, guys, so let's get into it here. I am starting with that polka dot paper and the papers underneath that I kind of just brought into this particular scrap page kit. So these are all scraps. Like I mentioned earlier, I am going to try my best to link the video or videos that should have gone up in the description box, where I made these kind of starter kits from the scraps, but I had no large papers. So we're gonna get started, and I'm looking, and I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best here to match these 2 backgrounds that will complement those colors. Um, I'm trying to focus on I'm trying to focus mainly on my inspiration piece of paper. The other ones obviously lend themselves to be considered as well, but I'm really trying to put a focus on the particular inspiration paper that will usually be at the top. Um, and if I don't find a good background for what I want to consider, then I'm okay with that. And I will go ahead and I will just keep going, and I'll switch to another stack of scraps and work off that inspiration. I think I'm good with that yellow. And I apologize if you can hear some chirping. I just realized that something must be going off. It must be a smoke detector. Might be time to change the batteries on it. And it just started, of course, as I'm recording this. So I'll have to look at that as soon as I'm done. But hopefully it's not too distracting. I apologize if it is. All right, so here we are on our second. Um, One of the things that probably would have helped, I don't know that it would have, because I do like this process. I could have arranged the backgrounds a little bit better. Like I could have put maybe stripes together or certain colors together, but it's not it's not um a ton of backgrounds to flip through, and I rather enjoy it. So you do what works best for you. If you enjoy this process and you enjoy just um, having maybe a little bit more organization than I do with these backgrounds, if you're playing along, then do that. I am normally very structured, very color, like everything's in such a way, and so the fact that like these papers in the iris container that they live are willy-nilly is a big step for me. And I'm here for it, right? So now I'm just trying to pull, I'm working with the next kit and I'm just trying on various things. I've pulled a couple of different contenders, and this is what I will do with um the remaining scrap kits if that I have put together. And and I'll see what inspires me, what I end up sometimes when I can't decide on two different backgrounds, I'll put them both in, and at the time that I'm creating, I'll make a decision. And even if that means going back to the drawing board and I'm not feeling this, I don't like it, and I'm going with something else. um, I can't remember what I do. Oh, I went with a darker background on that one. I do like how some of the colors just pop off the dark backgrounds. So I hope that you've been getting some scrapping done. I have been doing a lot of kit making. Um, Probably way more than I'm gonna use for a long time, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I've just been in the season of kit making, and I'm going where, as a content creator, sometimes you just have to go where the inspiration takes you, and if this is what's inspiring me at the moment, I'm gonna go with it, because it may not be here for long. So I do need, by the time I'm recording this, I still have about over a month before I'm going to my first crop of the year. It is a scrapbooking retreat that is held in Connecticut. It's the state where I live, and it is normally from Friday to Sunday. You do have the option of adding, going a little bit early, I should say, no, a little bit late on Thursday to set up, and then the crop room is open um, until about midnight. So I usually do that because I've done it both ways, and I know myself. It by the time I get there on Friday, by the time and I have been doing this for I've been going to retreats for quite a while. And I don't know about you guys, but it takes me a while to get unpacked and settled when I first get there, um and then obviously it definitely not ready to scrap as soon as I get there because I have to set up my area, bring everything in, put everything, in in a tidy way. And I've just found that the Thursday setup works for me. I can kind of get my feet wet. Usually, I have not been scrapping in the days prior to the retreat. So it could have been up to a week or more that I haven't scrapped by the time I go to the retreat. So um, definitely sometimes the creative juices take a little while. And so for that reason, guys, if you have the option, if you're a retreat person or you're heading into your first retreat, highly consider that going the night before if it's an option for you. Um, so so all that to say that I've been building some of these kits to be able to have available for when I go to the retreat. But I realize, that I'm gonna have way more kits than I'm gonna go through. So I've already started matching up some of the previous kits that I've made with photos, and so those will be ready. But I know that I can dip into those now that I have plenty to choose from. I can dip into those now, um, and start working with them. I don't have to wait until I go to the crop and be worried about how many I'm going to need. I can sort of eyeball it and figure it from there. Um, One of the things that you should see in even in the scraps, the previous kit shares, the previous kit videos that I've done, and as well as this one where I've put the scraps together, I've really tried to stay away from. Um, I've tried to stay away from using fall collections for to make like kits or base pages. I think the only exception might be my seasonal kit that I am doing with the ladies from Through the Seasons. That video you will see if you are a subscriber. If you're not, please consider subscribing to my channel, because I do have content that goes up on a weekly basis. But Through the Seasons is definitely one of my favorites. We pick a kit that we work on through the different seasons, and so for that particular one, I have included a combination of a couple of old fall collections. But usually I'm I love fall. I love fall collections, but I have so many base pages that are ready to go, and I need pictures because I love fall, so I've scrapped every single fall photo you can imagine. Um, and I was probably doing it real time last year and probably had created some base pages and used those. Um, but yeah, I've been very, deliberate about not including them as much as I love to play with them. Um, but here's another one. Yay. It You would think like that I would be more familiarized, and I am to some degree. Here, I thought I was gonna break it up. I'm sorry, the lighting is like I'm filming this at night, and oof, even with two lights, the shadows and stuff, and even the coloring, I don't know. I used the same device. I don't know. I may have added another light, and maybe that's what's making it look a little different. But yeah, I usually try to not record at night if I can help it. But here um, I'm going through and trying to decide. This is it's much more of a summary kit, and um, some of the kits definitely threw me for a loop. I couldn't find things that I necessarily needed. And again, for those, if I didn't like it, they just went by the wayside. Um, and some of these I could have just added white textured cardstock, and it may be something that I default to when I get to work with the particular kit. And I was like, oh, I don't know why I put this together. But that's another great default. Or if I just want to frame it with the touch of color that I have there in the background paper, and obviously offset it with a neutral cardstock as the inside of the frame. All right, so here we are. We're going to go, and I think I had thought that, I can't remember if I mentioned this. I think I had thought that maybe I would break this up into two videos, but once I got going, I was like, I'm going to speed it up anyway. I might as well just do the voiceover. Um, you'll see that I have scraps that encompass like everything from very summery to very springy. This happens to be um, a winter line, or the inspiration paper is a winter line. So I can't remember what I did with this one. It may be one of the ones I set aside. I can't even remember, but some of them I definitely struggled with because I just didn't have the right one. I don't know why I thought that way looks way too busy. I hope I don't pick that. You definitely get a different angle from reviewing your recording, right, and what you did. Um, so um, I was going through some of my quotes. Sometimes I do adore a good quote. And I was looking up a couple of things. I was looking up my quotes, and then I was also I just messed something up. Um about, because sometimes I think we need to hear this, right? What what why is scrapbooking important? There's a lot of there's a lot of uh people weighing in, um different websites online, and information that you can find, but they're very simple things. It organizes your pictures. It helps you keep a journal of your memories, even day to day. When it's recorded, it then becomes history. I love that. Um, Scrapbook makes you happier. Gathering your favorite memories into an album, you'll feel so much gratitude for the experience and the people in your life. It's important for mental health. It keeps track of your development and milestones to track progress. You help others to see that they are important and are loved. It's a You can use it as a tool for processing difficult events. You can learn in that vein, you can learn how to reframe experiences and to be able to tell your story, to connect with others, and to show that you value their voice and experiences. And it's therapeutic to create and put together memories in a visually pleasant manner. I love that. I think how I like to think it, how I would love to be remembered. I was thinking about this as I was kind of reading some of these, is that for me, scrapbooking really is a part of my love language to those that I love, and that are obviously my friends, my family, those that are the closest to me know that obviously play a central, they have a central part in my scrapbooking hobby. But I think it's just one way to be able to tell them how much they were loved. And so here's another one. This is birth certificates show that you were born. Death certificates show that you died. And scrapbooks show that you really lived, right? Because at the end of the day, when I'm no longer here, my love language to my family and to my friends will be this legacy of scrapbooks. Should they choose to look at them, they might get rid of them, and I'm okay with that. That's on them, not me. um, but I do think of it. I like to think of it as my love language to them. Um, and then it also brings me to, on a lighter side, it brings me to things that I love. Do you ever read the some e-cards, those little um there are these little funny cards that are like memes. I call them, I have a Pinterest board with full of them, and I call them postcards from the edge. um so Let me see if I can find some of them. Some of them are quite funny as you guys are watching. um oh my gosh, I just Hopefully some of them don't. Hopefully they don't offend you. Sometimes the best part of my job is that my chair swivels. Uh-huh. Yes. Um, I love Jesus. I love Jesus. But I cuss a little and he understands. Not a lot. He understands me. Let's see. Let's try to find some that don't have swears in them. um, oh, here's another one. Here's to all of you who arrange the dirty dishes in the dishwasher after someone has already loaded it. Hands up if that's you. Oh, no. We all know this person. She may as well post Juan's attention on her Facebook status. Do we not all know somebody? Yes. Um, no, I can't say that one. Okay, all of these have swears in them. Let's see. I like food and sleep. If I give you my food or text you at night, you're special to me. um, oh, this is perfect for my family. The best nicknames are the ones people don't know they have. We were just having this conversation as a family, and a large family, and it's ridiculous some of the people that have nicknames that you don't know them by anything other than their nickname. um, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's my family, a Hispanic thing. I don't know. I don't know. Um, some people call it an empty nest, and I call it a new scrapbook room. I'm waiting for that day. Um, let's see. Whoever said Disney was the happiest place on earth has clearly never been to a scrapbook store. It said Michael's, but I changed it to a scrapbook store. um, Based on how much my body cracks and pops when I work out, which is never, I'm pretty sure I'm about 74% Rice Krispies. That's funny. All right, so let's give a quick time check here. Where are we at with this particular layout? I don't think I end up going with that particular background. Oh, this is when I used to go to Zumba. Somebody is out mowing their yard right now, and it's not anyone here in my house. Um, when you're driving and a song from your workout class comes on and you start doing the routine in your car. Oh my God, that's happened to me so many times. All these years later, I was an avid Zumba person until I had an excellent, a lot of it for me was the instructor. And when she stopped doing it, oh, I tried. I couldn't find anybody like her. I may not be sexy or a good dancer, but when I'm in my groove at my Zumba class, I'm J-Lo, Shakira, and Beyonce rolled into one. um, oh my gosh, this is another funny one. Of course, I'm an organ donor, which I am. Who wouldn't want a piece of this? This is why I save some of these because sometimes I just need a little funny. Um, let's see. Oh, we still are working on the same one. Okay. Let's see if I could find another. This one is funny. Do you, if you have an iPhone and have autocorrect, or if you have a phone that autocorrects, this one, hey, autocorrect, quit tampering with my curse words, you mother forklift. Uh, don't ever, don't you ever let anyone, don't you ever let someone treat you like a yellow starburst. You are a pink starburst, my friend. Says someone that discovered not that long ago that they sell the pink starburst by themselves. That's awesome. Every once in a while, I treat myself to some pink starburst. All these 9-year-olds with iPhones, iPads, and laptops. When I was 9, I felt cool with my new markers. Isn't that the truth? Okay, let's see. All right, so I think that's good. We'll save some of these for next time. Oh, my little quotes. I love them. The e-cards. Find them. Google them. You'll get some if you need a little pick me up every now and then. Remember the some e-cards. All right. So this one was a little tricky for me. I remember because I really struggled with to go with a white base, a cream base, because really this one particularly can go either way. I don't have a ton of stuff in there. I decided on that stripe, but I think I put it off to the side because I'm not 100% sure. Um, but I definitely struggled with that one. With this one, you can tell that that bottom, I'm sorry, the top um, vertical strip of paper is the one that I'm trying to focus and have it be my kind of center point or focus point. And it has shades of baby blue, it has coral, it has white, it has obviously the blue, the darker blue background. So I'm struggling a little bit because I think the paper that I have is, and it's also, it has a little bit more of a feel because of the white, that it's more white based. That's why that cream color didn't work. These are, you can, I don't know if you can tell in my screen, and it's like sunny as all can be here, and I don't have any curtains in this room. But both of those shades of paper are like a very, like a peachy coral, very light. And I'm trying to find something that may work. Um, and I may end up going with that peachy one at the top. No, maybe I went to the bottom. Yep, I went to the bottom. Okay, the other peachy one at the bottom. Um, oh, yeah. This one, this is another one that I could easily just pull a white piece of paper. This one is very, very pigmented. Um, but I wanted to give these backgrounds a choice. I know I keep mentioning the white cardstock, and that's a lot of times that's my go-to. Um, but it's one of the reasons why a lot of these papers just kind of just sit in my space and don't get used. So I'm trying to step out a little bit outside of my comfort zone and not uh, go to automatically go to cardstock, which has been historically kind of my go-to, if you will. Um, Yeah, no, it's more white base. No, no. I'm trying everything. And some of it isn't working the greatest. I don't know why I thought that would work. Oof, no. I think it pops off that yellow, to be honest. Do I call it good? I think, oh, no, I put that one off to the side. None of them I liked. So here I'm showing you um, a few of the ones that I'm going to start with this one first because this one I was not sure about. Don't know how I was feeling about it, and I'm saying no. There's something on there. It's like a little piece of adhesive or something. Um, so, so here I'm going to come back in and I'm going to show you one, two, I think I'm just counting here. So there's a total of 5 of these scrap kits, if you will, that did not get um, matched with backgrounds. And now I'm doing counting the same for these that did. Let me just take a sip of my drink here. Okay. And oh my goodness, my throat is like gurgling. Sorry if you can hear that. Oof. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. Let me see. I'm going to bring up the number here. 14 that got matched with backgrounds. I hope you've enjoyed this process and doing a little bit of chit chat with me today. Until next time, guys. Bye for now.